final weekend in Africa, and we are spending it our favorite way. We are going on one more safari. So last time we went to Masai Mara, and now we are in Amboseli, which is a national park that has the view of Mount Kilimanjaro. We are really excited. Mount Kilimanjaro is on my bucket list specifically because it is in soaring around the world at Epcot. So as you guys know, I am loving checking off those bucket list items as we go. But Amboseli is also known for herds of elephants, which is my favorite animal. So this is a really exciting little trip. It's going to have a little bit of a different vibe than Masai Mara because every place and every national park you go to here, it has the same core principles. So the animals, the beautiful nature, but everyone really has its own personality and atmosphere and vibe. So I'm really excited to go on one last safari. I just love it. I love being out there. We have been doing our tours with Skywide Tours and Travels. They've been incredible, just taking care of everything from the beginning to end. We're gonna go hit the road. It's time to get back to the Land Cruiser, and all I have to say about that is game on.
Start off right away with a little room tour of our room at the AA Lodge. If you watch the Masai Mara vlog, you'll see that the rooms in each lodge are very different from one another. The room here in Amboseli is very open and pretty spacious. Outside, you can see that the rooms look more like a row of townhouses rather than the individual cottage look we had at Masai Mara. There's lots of greenery here, beautiful blue skies, and a whole variety of different visitors, including humans and monkeys. We grabbed our buffet lunch, which is my favorite part of staying at the AA lodges because they are so good, and then after exploring the grounds a little bit more, we headed out on our first game drive.
Go into the park. That's Mount Kilimanjaro there. Be able to see it. The clouds always covered. It's very exciting and why we wanted to come here.
So a few fun facts about Amboseli National Park. This park is deemed a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's situated on the border of Kenya and Tanzania, and it covers about 92 square miles. Although Mount Kilimanjaro is actually located over in Tanzania, it is 19,340 feet tall, so you have one of the most spectacular views of it from Amboseli National Park, which is located in Kenya. The park is also home to a very high concentration of elephants and is considered to be one of Africa's best spots to see them, so make sure you're on the lookout. Kilimanjaro is also known as the life-giving mountain. It is located in a very dry region, so the snow from the mountain melts into water and trickles down into underground channels. From there, the water erupts into numerous springs around Amboseli. This is a crucial part of the ecosystem and provides fresh water for millions of people and wildlife to drink.
Day. Good morning.
We're on time this morning.
We're on to day 2. First thing in the morning, we got lucky with a clear Mount Kilimanjaro sighting once again. Our safari driver, Bonnie, also filled us in on how there's not only a big 5 of wildlife, but an unofficial ugly 5 ranking as well, starting with the wildebeests.
Oh my gosh. What other animals are on the ugly 5?
Can you try?
The warthog or Pumbaa.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Number 2, yeah.
Hyena.
Oh.
So the rest
He's like, who are you calling ugly? He looked at me.
The other 2 will be birds.
Yeah, all the
Birds,
birds.
okay.
Yeah.
Ostrich?
No.
No.
Have you seen the vulture?
Oh, the vultures. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
And then there's the marabou stock.
Ooh.
I don't know if I've seen that one. Oh, that's so funny. The ugly 5.
Yeah.
No one talks about that one, you know? Mount Kilimanjaro.
It's out. Beautiful.
That a lot of the bigger animals like elephants or buffalo often have little companions who follow them around. These types of birds, such as oxpeckers or cattle egrets, serve a very important purpose. They ride on the backs of the bigger animals so they can eat all of the ticks and parasites. This is a mutually beneficial relationship because the birds get fed and the large animals get to stay parasite-free.
right, so we are on day 2 of our Amboseli safari. That means we are on our full game drive day. As you can see, it's very beautiful here. We're at a little rest stop, which is very nice. They actually have a little rest stop viewpoint here with a restroom, which is amazing because Masai Mara did not have that. So it's been an amazing, relaxing day so far. We've seen tons of elephants. Mount Kilimanjaro was visible this morning at the top. So the thing with Mount Kilimanjaro is that it's often covered in clouds because it is so tall. So that was really exciting to see. Again, that was, you know, why we picked coming to Amboseli. So we've seen a lot of animals this morning. We've seen wildebeest, buffalo, elephants, like I said, lots of birds, crowned crane. We saw one hippo off in the distance with some elephants, which was cool. All sorts of things. It's cool in the mornings. It's getting hot now in the afternoon. It is very different than Masai Mara. Again, the concept is the same. You are doing game drives, you're out on safari, but the landscape here is very different. There's a lot more water, as you can see behind me. The colors are very different too. It's very green and blue here. The mountains have this very dark bluish, almost purplish sometimes color, which is really special and pretty. And yeah, it has a very different feel. So it's an amazing national park. I'm very glad we came here. Seeing the mountain and the elephants again for me is the absolute joy of it all. But yeah, we're just gonna keep going on our game drives, just enjoying our last full day of game drives that we will have here in Kenya. It's been so special, and I've really cherished them all.
In the Maasai dialect, Amboseli translates to salty dust. It was named by the Maasai people because that's what they experienced when encountering this land. The dust in Amboseli is in fact very salty, as you can see here.
Amboseli means salty dust, so here it is.
So let's continue on our Amboseli game drive and see what other beautiful animals we can find. We had 2 unique animal experiences back to back here at Amboseli that we hadn't seen on any of our other game drives. First up were the flamingos. Flamingos live in a very large group called a flamboyance, and they live in some of the saltiest places on Earth, which makes sense as to why they'd be in Amboseli. Although they are famous for their bright pink color, a lot of flamingos are a lot less pink than imagined. They get their color from the food they eat, such as algae or shrimp. The second magical animal encounter we had was seeing hippos, and although we saw hippos at Masai Mara, they were completely in the water so we could only see their eyes and ears. Here in Amboseli, they were surprisingly fully out of the water and grazing on grass. Hippos are most active at nighttime, which is why this was particularly surprising. As big as they are, hippos are actually herbivores, so they need to make sure they eat at least 1 to 1.5% of their body weight in grass per day, which when your average weight is about 3,000 pounds, that's a lot of grass. We finished up our morning game drive by passing the Amboseli Lodge, which was located smack dab in the middle of the park. Unfortunately, it closed down about 20 years ago and has been abandoned ever since. But at least the monkeys have been able to make it a nice home. headed back to the AA Lodge for an afternoon break, and I wanted to give you a closer look at some of the beautiful details and decor of the property. These are some clips of the lobby and the pathways that connect the different sections of the hotel.
We're back for our afternoon break. We have about like 2 hours. This AA Lodge is so funny. This is the hotel we're staying at, and I love it. I think it's beautiful. I think it's like gorgeously decorated and themed. Like they have the animals infused into everything. It's very culturally beautiful. Everything is great. However, you are out here and there are so many bugs.
So many bugs.
So many bugs.
The most amount of bugs. How many bugs were there?
Hundreds of bugs.
Hundreds of thousands of bugs.
I just had to tell you. But basically last night when we came back, we came in the afternoon, all the bugs are kind of hidden away. But once it rains at night, they come crawling out. They were everywhere. And we made the mistake of leaving our light on outside of our room, and we went to dinner and it was dark out and they were just swarming and they were getting in underneath the crack under the door. There was a lizard in here. It was just really crazy. So yeah, there's a canopy that you can close to sleep in bed so they don't get on your face. But yeah, it was really scary. If
And you see the space under the door? Like they literally were crawling under the door.
Oh, that's a pretty big gap. I didn't even notice it yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Yeah, so if you're scared of bugs, this is probably not the place for you. I mean, we're scared of bugs as well, but we figured out how to handle it. Not the most fun, but definitely a funny memory. I'm gonna laugh about this forever.
If it was 1 or 2 bugs, it's fine, but when it's like 100,
it was so many.
with like the size of your thumb, with the body the size of your thumb.
Yeah, and they were grasshoppers too. Like they were chunky grasshoppers, like hopping around. Oh my God, it was crazy. We were just laughing so hard, but what can you do? Other thing is there's monkeys on property and they try to sneak in the restaurant at lunch. I could not film it. I wanted to, but it's so chaotic. But they will come in because there's open windows and open doors and they just come in. One stole a roll yesterday, like one of the pieces of bread. It was pretty funny. So those are the escapades of where we're staying. It's got character, it's fun, but I mean, it's a really beautiful property. I'm enjoying it a lot, but the antics of the wildlife are alive and well. All right, well, we're gonna go have our little break and then go out on our final game drive. Oh my God, I just got really emotional and sad, but also excited and so happy that we get to do one more. The monkeys came by and ate bugs out of the pool scooper, but I don't know where they are. I got them a good juicy one, so maybe they'll come back. Doors locked and covered. Nobody's getting in tonight. Lights are off. Good job, Safari Steve.
Around tonight. Sorry.
We are headed on our final game drive of the Africa season of our lives.
Every day is game day.
Let's go. He's off. He's off. I didn't even have time to think. I'm so excited. so sad for it to be over, but I'm just gonna enjoy every moment. We're gonna have so much fun, and this is it. So let's go see what animals want to be part of the season finale.
Let's go. Game on.
Just like Kilimanjaro Safari, a little termite hill. Game drive vibes. We got a little rainbow. Actually, it's like a double rainbow. It's so pretty.
Things were winding down for the night, so we didn't see too many animals on our final game drive. Some hippos and an elephant here or there made an appearance, but what we did get to see that was very memorable was a beautiful rainbow that stretched all along the park. There were some isolated rain showers that you could actually see from the cloud formation, so this was very majestic and gave us a peaceful moment to reflect on all of the safari memories we got to make during our visit to Kenya.
That's it. Game over.
After heading back to our room, the antics began once again. It looked like we kept most of the bugs out, but we still had a little lizard visitor who snuck in yesterday that overstayed her welcome.
Oh, Lizzie the lizard.
Elizabeth? What are you doing here? Have you come to stay? Or go? Here we go again.
What a nice rock wall she probably blended into all night last night. Oh man, what a little stinker. No luck.
She in there?
I don't see her anymore. Oh, she's over there. Yay, we did it. Great job.
Nice.
Wow, that's our biggest success of this whole time. I'm telling you, this has been a learning curve.
With Lizzie successfully back in her natural habitat, we prepped the room for our good night's sleep and put the canopy down. Since we left that porch light off and covered the crack under the door, we had about a 90% decrease of bugs on the second night, which I would call a success. I wanted to film a little clip so you guys could hear what it sounded like outside at nighttime.
Bug over there, bug over there, bug over there.
It's like a landmine of bugs.
So many bugs.
After the buffet, we went to the Maasai dance event that they host every night at 8:30. All of the men in the audience got pulled up to be in the show, so Steven jumped right to it. And that's it. We packed up and hit the road back to Nairobi with an elephant and Mount Kilimanjaro wishing us farewell. Our final weekend in Kenya was officially in the books with so many beautiful memories made to take home with us. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, we'll see you for the next adventure.